Welcome to Seasoned and Unbothered. We're two women over 50 serving grown women wisdom with a side of humor because we've earned the right to say what we mean and mean what we say. Okay.
Ready and action.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Seasoned and Unbothered. And actually, welcome to 2026.
Wow.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
So this,
yes, we slept in what we had on in 2025. Don't worry about that. Don't think about our clothes.
Don't think about our outfits at all.
But our minds are in 2026.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! So again, welcome to Seasoned and Unbothered. And before I get started, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Definitely subscribe. And set up to be notified. Please don't forget to be notified when another video comes out.
I got notified.
Good.
I was like, oh, yesterday.
You got your notification.
I did.
Yes. So we were thinking about what is going to be our first topic for the new year. So we thought that this would be a good time to reflect on 2025 and think about what we're looking forward to in this year, 2026, which I can't believe. I'm saying 2026, you know.
Time is flying.
It does fly. So,
it's flying.
Yes. So as we reflect on 25, I'll start with you, Bern.
Well, 2025 was a year of change. Mm-hmm. I mean, I felt like things are just coming at me, for me personally, at me constantly. I had to shift and change. Whether it's in my career, my job, my business. I'm even saying my marriage. You know, I've been married now over 1 year, but the change for us adapting to being one, even though we have been together 15 years, but like truly being one, that has been a change. Learning how to disagree. And like even our disagreements are different. Everything about us and what we do has changed. So 2025 was really a year of change for me. And in many ways, growth, some lessons learned as well. I mean, I think every year you can reflect and see where you can grow, where you need to grow. I'm looking forward to 2026 and all that it's going to bring. And what I believe God is doing in my life and our life, our business is like, it's like booming. It's like in 1 year, we are pretty much doubling what we were already doing. I mean, we got call after call where people like, oh, so-and-so told me about you. Oh, so-and-so told me about you. And that's a great place to be. It's also a scary place to be. Because I was just saying to my husband, I'm like, we have to be mindful. I don't want to just keep taking business and then we're not able to fulfill our commitment to them. So if, growth, then we got to make some changes. Like we really now have to hire someone to work with us because I can't do it all.
Yeah. I think when I think about 2026, and we'll kind of hit on the highlights of what some of those things were, but I would say that I found that it was amazing yet difficult, and realizing that there can be two truths at once. Things, it doesn't all have to be good. Like we go through that thinking like everything is good, but things can be really great and things can be really difficult, and that's okay. For it to be that way. I would say there were amazing things that happened this year, and there were some very, very difficult things that happened, and not letting those difficult things kind of ruin the year for me, because I had such highs that were amazing, amazing highs, and not letting the lows dictate my reflection on how the year was. Because I found myself in some situations saying that 2026 was terrible. Like I've caught myself saying like 2026 was
25.
Terrible. I mean 2025 is terrible. 2025 is terrible. And then really thinking that, you know what, there were some things that happened that weren't great, but it wasn't a terrible year. There were also some amazing things that happened.
And I think that's a part of every year, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a year where everything has been over the top, right? Because that's life. Such as life, as they always say, life is lifing, right? But, something struck me as I want to make sure that people think about, as you reflect, don't compare yourself to the things you see on social media, right? Because everyone's social media, I even think about my social media. Like when I take a bad picture, you guys are not going to see that picture, right? For the most part. I'm going to give you all the all the good pictures, right? And a lot of times people think, oh, I want the life they have. You don't know the life I really have, right? You don't know the struggles because we don't share that on social media for the most part. But so many people, when you see the influencers and all those people out there, a lot of people are looking up to them and all these things. And I realized, do you really know them?
Yeah, you don't. Social media, and I'm someone who's on it a lot. I think I've talked about that, and who does a lot on it. I do a video a day, and it's just a highlight reel of the good things.
The good thing. Or what I want. Or sometimes it's make believe.
It's curated content. Yes, it's actually really happened to me, but I gotta set up the camera. I gotta do like all.
But some things don't even really happen. Some people make it to appear that it happened.
Like
right?
the things that I'm doing are really happening, but it's I don't want to call it, but it's prepared stuff that's happening. If I'm doing my day in the life, I am knowing what I'm going to record. I'm going to record me getting in the car. I'm going to record me driving. Like those are set up things. It doesn't mean that those things didn't happen, but I'm also just recording, in most cases, the good things. And then the camera goes off, that becomes a 30-second video, and then there's the rest of my life. Like, that's happening. That's happening. So, you got to think about it that way, and you can't take it too seriously. I think it's social media, and please, as you are scrolling through TikTok, whether or not it be Instagram, even I'm not on Facebook, but I assume it's probably something similar. I would say consider.
You said Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I love Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my thing.
Facebook, but I think you could scroll through. I think there's reels.
You don't have
stuff on it
Facebook?
now.
Oh, you do.
But I don't use it.
But you don't use it.
I would just say that. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna
sorry.
say? Hold on. I can't remember. I had to come back to me. I'll cut this part.
Don't worry. See, this is live.
Okay, I'll keep it in. I won't cut it out.
See, she would have cut that out. But this is real. This is the real stuff, right? Like,
I will not cut it out because it's real. But usually, I would be like editing this. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, we flubbed. Let me cut this out."
That's a great way of proving the point.
Because it shows perfection.
Yes,
and
we want to project perfection, but we're not perfect, right? That's the reason why I love live shows sometimes because you get the raw and dirty, right? You get people's true reaction to things without them being prepped or being able to practice or prepare. And it's really funny because when we started doing this, I had this whole little. I took a thing. No, I want you to just talk off the cuff. You have your talking points, but we don't want to be rehearsed. We don't want it to be.
No script. So this is not scripted.
It's not scripted
We've
at
got
all.
little talking points. Like
we got talking points, and we talk. As you guys know, we talk. But yeah, I don't know. And then one of the things about a new year for me, well, this is funny. This morning I was reflecting. I looked at what we were going to talk about. I just looked at it again this morning. We shot messages back and forth. And then this morning I was like, oh, what are we going to talk about? Okay. Because I want it to be fresh. I want it to be raw. I want it to be genuine, right? But I thought about how I realized I really do not like working out. Right now, I am paying $45 a month for the Black Card or whatever at Planet Fitness. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I got this membership because I needed to take a shower after playing tennis. And guess what? I haven't been back. And I keep telling myself, you need to go, you want to. And I realized I really don't want to go. I just do not want to go. I have a Peloton downstairs. It is paid for. And it's just collecting dust. And so I'm like, okay, Lord, I have to change my mind. First of all, I know health-wise, I need to do something. I do still play tennis, but I need to do more than that because as you get older, the density on your bones and all that, so I need to lift some weights and do some other things so that I can stay fit and healthy. But I really don't want to. So what do you do when you just really don't want to?
I think life has taught me that I have to do things I don't like to do for my health. Mm-hmm. And even though you may not like it, I would say, I would suggest maybe getting a personal trainer. So now you're accountable to something. So someone is, and personal training to me is you not doing it alone and having someone kind of guide you. I had someone before do that, and that was fun. And it's an hour, however you want, for whatever it is, 3 days a week. You have someone personal train, or 1 day a week. I don't want to overdo it, but 3 days. But, maybe that's all you need.
Yeah.
And it gets your body moving. It gives you the support. So maybe think about that for 2026.
Yes, I have to think of something. I have to find a way.
Yeah.
Like Thomas worked out the other night. I'm like, good for you. And when we were engaged, we were working out together, and that was fun. Mm-hmm. But for me, I think it's also time.
Yeah, I love working out, so I can't. I worked out this before I came here.
See,
I was up at 5.
And I used to love working out, but really, to be honest with you, I think it's timing. I think I have to find a balance. I need to make time for rest, make time for creativity, and probably my health, right? So I just need to do that. I need to build it in and just make it happen. Because I think I enjoy the benefits of it. You want to look good, you want to feel good, but it's just, I would rather, my work is never done. I always have work to do. So I'm always thinking, I'll just work. I work all the time. And Thomas is the opposite. He thinks it's crazy that I'll sit there and I'll still be working till 11 o'clock at night. And it's just, I don't know. I hope to find balance this year, a little bit more balance. Like really some boundaries also, even with my clients.
I was going to say that. To me, my 2026 is about boundaries around work. I love my job. I love what I do. However, I want to make more space for the things that you talked about, being creative, doing more podcasts, doing more. I have a YouTube channel, doing more on my YouTube channel, doing more TikToks. Like, to me, those are creative, fun things that I really love to do. But I also work a full-time job. I also got to work out. You also have to be a wife. Like, all those other things, the list goes on.
That is so funny.
And on of all the things that take you away sometimes from all the other things that you want to do in a way, those creative things. So to me, that's kind of what I want to do more in 2026 is be more creative, build up this channel, build up my other personal YouTube channel, because I love this and I want it to grow and I want more people to be a part of this community. And the only way for that to happen is for both of us, because is to invest more time and stuff into it. And it's hard. It's hard.
Now that's funny. You said something about be a wife, and it just ding, the light bulb went off. The other day, Thomas said to me, "I know we grow on and we grow on." He said, "But I also want my wife. I want my wife back." And I'm like, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, I want you to also have time to be a wife." And I kind of blew it off, and the light bulb just went off when you said it. Like, Bern, listen, hear him. He's telling you he wants more of you. So I'm gonna do something about that.
Yes.
Because I have to, right?
Yeah.
And you have to be careful. Sometimes men, they say things in a lackadaisical way, and so you kind of blow it off. But I know that I really, 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 the light bulb just went off like that. He meant that. He want me to do something about that, and I plan to do something about that. And that's again being intentional about where you're going and reflecting on, like, how can I be a better me? A better me is also to be the best wife that I can be.
Because you guys work together too, right?
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
It gets really tense.
Yeah, and I think too, because you work together and you may be thinking of that as quality, like we're working
I don't think of it as quality time,
because
we clash.
Together, like time spent together.
But we may be in the car together going to a property.
But you need the separation of the work stuff and just regular.
Life we're just life in it. Like, we just having fun. And like New Year's Eve, I didn't really want to go out, but he wants to. And I realized
this New Year's
just
past.
just pass. Look, that's what I said. Like, he really wanted to go out, but I really did not.
Yeah.
Right? I'm thinking, like, I'm tired of same old. But he loves that. He loves getting a hotel room. He loves getting dressed. And we may stay 45 minutes, y'all. I'm serious.
He'd be over it. Be like,
You ready to go to bed? You ready to go to the room?
yeah.
But he loves it. So guess what? I'm going to give him that.
You got to do that.
And sometimes I'm like, I got to get all dressed up for an hour of somewhat dancing, walking around. I don't drink.
Yeah.
And he's not a heavy drinker. But I think he liked the atmosphere of being in it. He likes the big night out at the Gaylord. He loves that.
Like tradition, like going out on New Year's and things that you just enjoy.
And then there are people who don't like going out on New Year's. So, but again, I think I'm pretty sure, I did it for him. And I'm sure it's going to be a great thing. And it's a great start to the year. Just being, again, intentional and listening to each other, hearing each other. Like when you talk about something, there's nothing more valuable than knowing that you were heard and to see that someone heard you, right? Like you said something and they paid attention and they responded without responding.
Yeah, I think that's important.
All right, so let's move on.
Okay, so I was just looking at my little notes here. I was just looking at 2025, and not to beat a dead horse because I've talked about this a lot, but getting married, I think that was a new chapter that happened in 2025, like that. I moved to a new state. I moved into a new home, all those changes. But I would say kind of on one of the challenges area, and all those things are wonderful, challenging but wonderful. I would have to say my mother having some health problems was a big part of 2025 and navigating that. And some of you may be able to relate to when you have a parent that is not close to you. She lives several states away, several hours away, and trying to be supportive for a parent who is having health challenges and being far away. And also having a parent who is very fiercely independent, which is where I get a lot of my independence from. And her still wanting to do things independently and not her saying constantly, like, oh, I don't want to bother you. But that's what your child is there to help support you through, those health challenges. And that's why I'm here. I'm also an only child. So, there are a lot that goes with that. But I also tell her now she has a son. So it's not just me. She has a son now, my husband, and we're here to support and help her through these health challenges. And I just pray every day that 2026 brings better health overall for anyone who's struggling with health, but for my mother particularly.
Well, I would say this too, with your independence and her independence, you can somewhat put yourself in her shoes, and that may help you deal with her.
Yeah.
But also, I know as a strong, independent person who don't really like asking for help, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you're going to have to not hear her, but hear her and do what you know you need to do, because we will say that. But if you came in whatever, we will welcome it, but we don't want to be the burden on you. We don't want to, we feel like she knows if she say it, you'll come. And then she'll feel bad, like, do she really want to be here? She just came because I said something or whatever. So sometimes you have to do what you really want to do in your heart, regardless of what she's saying. And just go and be there anyway, because she's always going to put you first, and she's always going to want to put herself in a position where she feels like, I'm not putting my issues on anybody else.
No, I agree. It's a tough battle.
Yes.
It's a tough battle because, again, with anything, you still want to...
You want to respect what the person says.
You want to respect. That's a good point. You want to respect it, but sometimes you have to override it, especially as the child. And we're not used to overriding our parent.
Right.
It's like what they say is what, and I'm 50 years old, and what my mother says is what
really
she
matters.
says.
Yes. Right.
So that is 20. That's been a big
because she's
part
probably not going to
2025.
change on her independence.
Oh no.
Right.
No.
So, but you have to adapt a little bit, and then And sometimes you can push her to waver a little bit by your presence. Even when if she says don't come and you still come, I don't think she's gonna be like, "What you doing here? Close the door."
Yeah, no, she has kicked me out. Like we've talked to.
I know, I heard that.
She has been like, "Get in the car and go home," and yeah, but that's another story for another day. But that is 2025. So when I think about 2026, it's hoping for better health, definitely spending more time going home. And it also makes you value and want to, of course, spend more time with people.
Right.
Because, life is short, and I want to make sure that I spend as much time with my loved ones as possible.
And I'll tell you this, your mom probably have a piece that she hasn't had probably with you at all, right? You being away from her. She knows now that you have a husband who's going to love you and take care of you. And she feels like, I could take my hands off of that because she has someone to take care of her. And I don't want her worried about me. I want her to focus on that.
Yeah.
So
but I could do both.
You can do both. Absolutely,
I tell her
you can
that
do
all the
both.
time. I could do both because I do have an amazing support system.
And you may need to tell her, and maybe she can hear you. It's like, Mom, we worry more about you without being involved. It would give us peace, and we love you, so it's what we want to do. We want to do this, and so you have to. And sometimes the hardest thing for a very strong person is allow people to do for them. So yes, and then the opposite. My sister just went through a little ordeal, and I think I could have been there more because I am really, really like strong in many ways, and if whatever. But I realized that okay, she's not you, and she might need you more. She might want you more. Because it makes her feel a certain way, and I would be the totally opposite. But I'm learning like I have to love people the way they need to be loved, right? And not just in my comfort zone. And it's a difficult place to be because even Thomas and I talk about it sometimes because we both kind of strong-natured. Like, would we be there for each other? And like I tell him I would, and he's like, "Would you?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
What do you mean? Would you be there for each other?
Like. He's not sensitive in a lot of areas. Like, if I was medically sick, I don't think he wouldn't be sitting there. Oh, baby. He'd be like, "Girl, you need to get up and walk."
That's the challenge me and my mother have. I make her.
Yeah, he would be like, whatever the doctor said, do this, and then he would leave it alone, right? And then like even when I had a little procedure or something, he got up and left, and then I was like. I hadn't eaten, I hadn't done anything. My girlfriends called me, they came over, and when he came back, they were here. They were like, "How you gonna leave her all by herself all day long?" And he was like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that."
Everybody and sometimes people like to avoid, they don't like to see the person that they love not doing well too, so.
That could be part of it, yeah. But, so 2026, I challenge you all, and hopefully you probably already done this because most of us do this when we are when we go into a new year. But think about 3 wins for 2025. I started thinking about what am I proud of, right? So because when you're reflecting, you want to reflect on the good things too. Like I'm proud that that I have a business. I mean, I have a job too, but I have a business. I'm proud of this podcast. I'm proud of the relationship I have with my daughter because we had a strained relationship for many years. And to see us and to see her love and to see her when she interacts with me now, it brings so much joy because I sometimes think back to when we weren't even talking. And that was a very painful period for me. And I thought about how close we are now. And I was like, wow, that is like pretty amazing. And then 3 lessons from 2025. Like what did challenges teach you? I mean, I went through on my job. I had a really, really, I had a great boss that I was very fond of, and he left the company, and I almost felt like he left us, like the team, us, and it's like. I think I knew he did what he needed to do for him, but it was really hard because when the new regime came in, I don't feel that closeness with them. And how they manage is totally different than how he managed. And I've been through a lot of changes, and most of the time I'm like on with it because every boss wants something different. But this one has been that one was pretty hard for me. It was pretty hard. And I just realized that I thought I did have the same passion for my job. And I think I just didn't like the environment. The environment changed, it flipped. And he was the one thing that I was most connected to with the job. And then, so to lose him, it was like, wow. Like I was surprised that I felt that way. But I wish him the best. He's doing well. He's actually in another state now. But those are some challenges that I think that taught me some things about myself. I'm trying to think what else. Illness, like I said, illness with my sister, like life, and when you get the scare about somebody in your family being really ill, you always think, your mind starts going like, what if? And you're like, no, I can't think that way. And it was really funny because my sister said to me, you're so optimistic. And I thought to myself, because I can't imagine not being. I have to think of the positive or I'll probably fall apart. And I think she's thinking like, oh, you so, like you being so strong. And it's like, and I'm thinking like you would want me to be strong. If I'm over there bringing you down, thinking the worst.
We both can't be in the trenches together.
Yes.
Gotta lift up. Yeah.
And then 3 intentions for 2026. Like, what do you want to embody or achieve? And I do want to embody a healthy mindset. And so I got to find a way to include, like I said, the boundaries, think about my health, and be intentional about my marriage. I like intention. It has really been my forefront of 2025, and I want to continue that in 2026. Like being intentional about my friendships, my time. It's really funny because we had a holiday thing come up, and I had already made the commitment, and then I started trying to think of how I could do. And Thomas said, "You can't do it," and I was like, "Oh, you're right, I can't." But I was trying to find a way, and then I would have been all stressed. Trying to do both.
Yeah, I like your idea of thinking about the past year and then kind of what this year will be. I think I'm going to do that exercise, but I also like to also kind of put it in my vision board. I am a vision board person.
I haven't done one in a couple of years. I used to do that.
As the conversations, like I love visual. I do a vision board every year, and I can tell you everything I put on my vision board comes true. Everything.
I believe that because I did that one year. I think about a vision board, and I bought all the stuff, and I think the last time I bought all the stuff, I didn't do it, and I had all the thoughts.
Buy nothing for your vision board. Just go on Canva and find some clips of some pictures.
I guess I could do one digital. I never thought
digital. Yeah.
Oh, see, no, I used to do a physical board.
Oh no, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I do a digital.
I would do a digital one. I never thought about doing a digital one. That would be great. But I got overwhelmed with trying to do a physical one. But I used to like to do a physical one, and I would have it up in my office. And it really helps you stay focused, and it reminds you of why you do what you do or why you do not do something.
Yeah, I do it, and I put it in my office, at home, and I put it at work. And I also put it as my screensaver on my phone. So I see it you pick up your phone all the time, and it's right there for me to look at. That's how I feel like it comes true, because you have to see it every day, and that then motivates me to do the things that I need to do. And when I don't do that, the things don't manifest. I'm gonna, kind of manifest itself.
Right.
So you mentioned 3 things, and I think I have 4 things. Yeah, maybe 3, like the things that I would be putting on is that we're gonna do a home remodel. So there's some looks for my home remodel I want to add to my vision board. We're going to be traveling to Spain in 26. So I am looking forward to that. So I want to put some things about Spain, some things I want to do traveling on my vision board. I'm going through we haven't dived into it. Maybe we could talk about it on another podcast. But I have been doing this whole minimalist journey, not buying items
I am the total
or
opposite.
low buy, and also doing what it's called project panning, where you don't buy any new skincare products or anything until you've used it up. We've kind of talked a little bit about that, 100%. So I want to do more of that in 26. I feel like I have enough clothes, have enough shoes. So, but I can't be 100% like a no-buy person. Like, that is not reality. But really limiting my shopping and stuff, like those are the things I want to do, and like decluttering in 26. And again, growing this podcast for 26. I definitely think that there is such a space for conversation and voices about women in midlife. There's stuff out there, but I still think there's a niche there that we could really help women who are in the same age as us, older or even younger. So I think that there's an opportunity for us to kind of do that. And those are the things that I would kind of look on my vision board and kind of think about and try to really manifest for 2026.
One other thing that I would add, I was reading a book. I met the author when I went to Mexico. And I wish I had the book in here, and I don't want to walk away and go get it. But when I was at the airport coming back from Mexico, I got to a chapter where it says, write a letter to yourself. And I started writing a letter to myself, and it was pretty interesting. And I didn't get a chance to finish the letter because I think the plane started boarding. But it allows you to reflect, like, to talk about the things. And it was kind of weird because I even text her. It's like, oh my goodness. I started writing this letter to myself, and I was like overwhelmed with like emotions. Like, and I'm not a very emotional person for the most part. But I started feeling all kind of emotions, and it's pretty interesting. So that's a good way to reflect too, is to write a letter to yourself. I'm trying to think.
I think that's a good idea. And one thing that I always say I'm going to do this, but I have to really get it together, is journaling. And that could be kind of a letter to yourself, where you're kind of reflecting and doing those things. So I think I have a journal that sits right by my bed, and every night I say I'm going to write something. I'm better. Maybe I could do it in the mornings. Maybe that's a better thing for me, is to do it in the morning. So maybe start journaling as a way of kind of writing that letter to myself, and then going back and reflecting on what I journaled each day.
Yeah, it was on November the 23rd at Cancun Airport. And the letter was this, Dear Bernadette. It's like really to self. And it's like, how are you doing, girl? I know you always thought you have to fight to have everything or to keep it or to keep anything. I'm here to tell you that God has had you, and he always will. And that's just, again, it was kind of interesting how all these thoughts, and I can't remember, and I definitely have to, and I'll give Tamika the information. We'll put up the title of the book, her book.
Link it.
So, and her name is Ty Graham, but it was, the book has been really eye-opening for me, and it was about like how you look at yourself, how you push past your fears and do things that you want to do but you're afraid to do. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And then, like, this is the first time I read it back, well, since that day. And I talk to myself about not being afraid. So it's funny because out loud, I probably would never say I'm afraid, right? But in this letter to myself, I was talking about being afraid. And so you'll be surprised at what comes out if you just writing it to yourself, you're not talking to anyone, telling anyone. I think it will allow you to really reflect on what's going on in the inside.
Yeah, and I think we don't do that enough. We don't take the time, because you got to slow down to do something like that.
Right, I was sitting at the airport, I had hours.
You got to give yourself space. It can't be a whole bunch. It can't be like in between something.
Yes.
You have to sit down and really do it and give your space give yourself space to do it, and also being honest, because I could say that we lie to ourselves a lot. So really being honest about
Right.
it. And
Because even when you talk to a counselor and everything, you're careful about how you say it.
things.
But they are trained to see past all that, right? But you don't get down and dirty and raw with them, right? You kind of like, well, I was thinking, and then you might tweak it a little bit because you don't want them to think you crazy or think you insane or other. But this allows you to just be like as raw as you could possibly be. And as I said, I was starting to feel a lot of emotion as I was writing it because I didn't know all the things that I was really feeling. And it was a way to get it out. It was self-reflecting. So this is maybe a good time to do that, right?
Yeah, I think the new year is a great time to do that.
Yes.
To really self-reflect on it. Anything else?
What else is going on here? Just be free. I mean, I just would love to hear what you guys, what some of your goals are. And I don't know, somewhere down the line, maybe we can hold each other accountable. With Tamika and I hope to grow this where we can be live and communicate with you and talk to you, and you can ask questions and we can really dialogue. I think that would be great. I realized I had a gift of gab, but I usually don't like talking, and now I'm starting to really enjoy this. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And I just want to say, as I think about one thing that I always like to do at a new year, is just really say what I'm thankful for.
Yes.
And I just want to say I'm thankful for you.
Oh,
I'm thankful
thank
that you wanted to do this with me. And, and I love that I get to see you more and spend more time with you and get to know you better. So
oh, well, thank you. The
you.
feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
It is definitely mutual. And we just have recently spent time together. I love when all the couples come together.
Yeah.
The dynamics is really cool how all of us just kind of like connect in our own ways, and then with our spouses.
I was nervous about that, bringing my,
You was?
I know that my friends and their husbands are amazing, but like
You fit right in.
I know, like it's like
I didn't even think about it. That was the first time he was kind of like with us like that,
yeah.
right? Yeah. And it didn't even feel like it was the first time because it's like he just fit right in.
Yeah.
With the jokes and the talking and they would just carry it on. It was really, really good. It was really funny because Thomas got on me later. He's like, I didn't know it was going to take up all my day. I was like, I didn't realize it either. We didn't get home too late.
Oh my God. We went to, that totally changed it, but we went to this thing. It was it's great. It's called
I don't know how great it is.
Sip and Develop, and you get a camera and you
National
walk
Harbor.
around at National Harbor and DC, and you take pictures, and then you develop the pictures. And
she had the best picture.
Yeah,
so she can say
was
that.
a selfie.
We don't like our pictures.
And it was an instant camera. So you
Cheap
never
camera.
know how those instant cameras work. So my husband and I just kind of took a picture like this together, and I'm shocked it even came out.
Right.
Shocked.
We tried it. You don't even see us in the picture.
It was like over 4 hours. So we all got to know each other much better.
Yes.
It was fun. It was a good time. I love spending time with you guys. So
well, yes, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is one of the times that we go around. I had 30 people here for Thanksgiving, and
I wish I could.
We make it a point that we really truly go around the room and everyone say something that they're thankful for. And I told someone, they said, what is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because it's really around love and just being around your friends and family. Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, whatever you want to call it. And this year, we weren't going to be here for Christmas, so we did a white elephant where we provided all the gifts, and everyone, we did, and his family had never played white elephant.
Oh, really?
So where we steal the gift and we, and the thing about it, no one can walk away upset because no one brought any gifts. We provided all the gifts, but they didn't know what they were. And so
that's a good way to do it.
And so we gave everybody got a number, and then we had tickets that we put on each gift. And so when you pull the number, we gave the numbers to go the order, and then next we came by and you pulled the ticket, and whatever that ticket was, that was your gift. So we would go in the back. Thomas was my Vince White.
Vanna White.
I call him Vince White or whatever. Vince White.
Vincent White.
And he would bring out the gift, right? And then of course, the first person, and then when the next person go,
the person who didn't even know what was their, like, I could be number one. I didn't even know what number one gift is. I love that idea.
And then when the next person pulled, they can look at your gift and say, do I want to steal that gift, or do I want to see, like, do I want to take my chances and get something in the back? And they had no idea. Well, we had heated vests. We had 2 of those. We had tablets.
I'm mad
We
missed
had the
Thanksgiving dinner.
E-dots. We had the Echo dots. We had one of the biggest gifts was the cast iron pan set. I mean, was the whole set. And we had it was just so many things, and people just loved it. And we said, well, we're not going to see everybody for Christmas because we going on a Christmas cruise, and we're not taking any gifts with us. So this is our way of giving everyone a gift. And they had a good time.
No, I love that. I love that. That is a great idea. I am mad I missed it. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If we're going to talk about Thanksgiving real quick, I met my husband's family for the first time. His mother and his father, they live far, and it's difficult sometimes to get down and see
because
people.
of Georgia, right?
Yep, and they didn't come up for the wedding. So I got to meet them and had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
And her husband saying that they love her.
Yes, it's so funny. I'm going to say his mother basically said something like, oh, I like her a lot. She's not fake or phony. I'm like, Thank you. Thank you, mother-in-law. I appreciate that.
That means a lot.
That does mean a lot.
That
because
means
I'm just who I am.
Yes.
You know, so that was really nice. It was so nice down there. I love the weather. I like a Thanksgiving when it's between 70 and 80 degrees. I think I could do that.
It's not always that way in Georgia. It gets a little chilly.
Well, they're so far south. They're basically in Florida.
Like Brunswick?
Yeah.
Are they in Brunswick?
Yeah, that area. They're like
I've been to Brunswick for Christmas
I will
before.
cut this out. I will not say specifically where they are.
Yes.
For safety reasons.
Yes.
But yeah, it's I would say they are like 20 minutes from Jacksonville.
Yeah, we were very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it down there. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I like Savannah. I like all that.
I love it, and I never thought I would. So we're thinking about it.
Really?
I'm thinking about it. Maybe in 5 years.
Yeah.
Retirement.
Retirement would probably be really
I
cool.
cannot get a job down there, so retirement.
Yep. But so again, think about your new year. Welcome to the new year. It's exciting. It's going to be a great year.
Yes.
On purpose,
Yes.
right? You determine your destiny. Life is going to life, but you have to keep making the right decisions for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think too, I'm looking really forward to the new year. Like I think it's going to be, of course, there's always highs and lows, but I think it's going to be an amazing year. And hopefully you have enjoyed the year with us on the podcast and our topics that we talk about. Of course, please feel free to leave any comments. I would love to hear kind of what you're looking for in the new year, some things that you have enjoyed. And also, if there's any topics that you would like for us to cover in 2026, we would love to do that as well. Like Bern said, we're going to do some special things. We're going to try and do some lives and some other really fun things in the new year. So we look forward to you coming along with us and doing that. And again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Put on that bell button so you do not miss an episode. And continue to be
Seasoned and unbothered.
Bye.